Hi, my name is Trihey. I'm a mechanic for the Lucas Oil Chorley Designs KTM team. In this week's how-to, presented by Lucas Oil, I'm going to show you how to install a chain. All right, well, I'm going to show you guys how to cut a chain and properly install it. So the first thing you need to do, take your new chain, get her lined up. So anyways, make sure your axle's loose, and you want to make sure that your chain adjusters are set where you want them, because it's a big difference as to where you cut your chain. If you go to try and throw it on, most chains come with 120 links, and that's what we have here. So I mean, even with the axle all the way back in the farthest position, it's still way too loose. So we're gonna have to remove a couple links out of here. So you're gonna wanna loosen the jam nut, run the adjuster in, until you can get it exactly where you want it. See, we're not quite there yet, so just a little bit more. And just remember, a master link has to go to two ends like this. So you're not going to be able to break the chain every single link. So you have to keep in mind that you're going to need to be on a link just like that to be able to put the master link in. All right, so once you figure out which one you want to break, you got your trusty chain breaker tool here. And all it's going to do is, this is going to clamp onto the side plates, and that center piece is going to come out, and it's actually going to push the pin out. So we got to do this one and this one right here to remove this link. All it does is pop the link off, push the pin through. Sweet. All right, and after you have the chain cut to the desired length you want, you install the master link in the outer plate. And then you have your master clip. You gotta make sure that the plate is on far enough so you can see the grooves for this clip to sit inside. And all you do, grab it on the end and push it straight on. And you always want to make sure that the opening of the clip is facing rearward, so when it goes through the chain slider, right now in this position, if it was faced the other direction, if this gets bent or packed with mud, when it goes through, it can pop the clip off and you can lose the master link. So you always want to make sure that it's faced backwards so it actually pushes it back on. All right, and after you have your chain cut, clip on, now all you gotta do is set the desired tension. And right now, looks like we're probably a little bit on the tight side. The proper way to actually measure the chain slack, once again, back to the steel rule. And they want you to measure from the rear of the chain guide how much slack you can get. Right to the bottom of the chain right now, we're at about 54 millimeters of free sag, and KTM requires or calls for 58 millimeters, 55 to 58. So what we're gonna do, give us a little extra by going in just one turn on both sides. Now we're at 58 millimeters, which is what KTM calls for. And then now we come back to the tensioner here, make sure that the grooves are lined up on both sides, make sure that they're the exact same. Then you tighten the jam nut. And then when you tighten the axle nut, I always put a rag on the inside, something soft, pull it back, and it's gonna pull the axle forward. You're just gonna go in, tighten the axle, make sure you're good. There you have it. All right, there you have it. We just covered how to properly cut and install drive chain on your motorcycle on this week's How To, brought to you by Lucas Oil.